Greetings, greetings. Great light to you all, divine souls. I'm actually going to give you guys a channeled message, okay? And this is for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, okay? Um, it's been a lot going on with these twin flame connections. Of course, they're really challenging and they're very intense, okay? Now, what is coming to me is that this happened last week and a week before is really more challenging for the divine masculine to step up and do the necessary work, okay? They are receiving tower moments, transformation, also trying to get rid of toxic behaviors, okay? Now, far as them, they are still living in their ego. They're worried about what society thinks of them, and far as they divine feminine, they also have an image to put on for society and also their loved ones and also friends. But what I'm reading from this message is that the ones that they are trying to impress don't really care for them. They is not for their best interest, okay? They want them to fail. A lot of them are claiming to be awakened and conscious, and a lot of them are really bad energies working on the other side, and they is affiliated with these people, and they're wondering why they can't prosper and why they receiving karma, okay? And it's because the people that they have around them are snakes, okay? And I wouldn't say snakes because snakes is a good thing. It's gonna be it is transformation and new beginnings, and also it symbolizes the Kundalini energy. So I want to reword that and say that the individuals that they have around them mean them no good, okay? And also I'm having a really heavy channel message of at least 3 of the divine masculine. 3 individuals, I'm reading like close family members, is really like lusting over they divine feminine, okay? So people that is really close to them and know who their divine feminine is, they want the divine feminine for themselves. And the guys that wants her is not conscious, okay? But they really like lusting over her. So, and these might be the same ones that's telling him not to be with you guys, okay? So this energy, I have been channeling this since last week, okay? And they keep coming to me, so I have to put the message out here for the collective, especially for you divine feminists can know, what's going on. But I know if I feel it, you guys feel it too. The people in their corner is not for them. And they have to really do a ego death and stop worrying about what others think and what they think they should do just because of their family members or this big image and role that they put out to society. Because the image and role that they putting out is not who they are, okay? That's the ego, okay? That's not even the real them. It's just the image to put on so that people can accept them and like them, okay? And they really need to do some self-work techniques and self-love techniques, because when you are worried about what society thinks of you, oh, excuse me, I know why my nose itching, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. When you are worried about what someone else thinks and you're not living your life just because of you wanting others' approval on what you're doing, that is a sign of your ego, your self-esteem, your solar plex, okay? So you really need to do, they really do need to do some work on that. Also, I have notes. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to find out, y'all. My nose itching. Because it's so much. Okay, also, Divine Feminine needs to do some heart chakra work. Why? Because I'm reading that it's been a lot of silence through this relationship. It's been a lot of toxic behavior. It's been a lot of hurt. So Divine Feminines, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They are intuitive. They're connecting in 5D. They're speaking to the ancestors. They're going in the right direction, okay? They're also abundant. They're loving. They're glowing. They're shining a light. And they're really in the time of just really like wish fulfillments and just all abundance of everything. Wealth, love, great relationships. They just really strong and abundant and powerful. But I am reading that they have received a lot of pain and they know how to get through the hard times. So it's like they brushing their shoulder off and they're sad about the situation, but they're still moving forward and they're acting like nothing is wrong. But it's time for you to sit down, Divine Feminine, and do some twin flame shadow work, okay? And when I say twin flame shadow work, this means get down and write each experience that you had with your Divine Masculine, okay? And how did it upset you, your reaction, and just write everything down. And get you a black candle, okay? And if you can, have the one that you can engrave, put release, okay? Release the bad experiences, because it's on your heart space, and this is really intense connections, okay? And far as my advice to you all, I would just say, continue on moving forward, okay? You can't force anyone to do their work. You know, they have to do it themselves. You know, Divine Feminine is doing their work. It's just the Divine Masculine is having a hard time. And I'm also reading that Divine Masculine is having a encounter with a co-worker, okay? Also, so instead of them, you know, reaching out to their Divine Feminine and at least having a conversation and being completely honest about what they want, they still doing that runner thing. And I can channel that. This been going on almost for a year with some of you all. So the Divine Feminine, she's like fed up, and she's like, enough is enough, okay? I'm not going to get put on the back burner no more, okay? Because she know her worth, and she feel like he's putting all these individuals that don't care about her in front of her, okay? And they don't mean Divine Masculine no good. You know, there's no great rewards. It's just like, it's all about clout with the Divine Masculine. all about people in their ear that don't give a damn about them. So it's really like sad. When I'm reading this, I'm like, wow, this is sad. And then some of them have left one karmic partner and got with the next one. So this is something, just because they're not doing the work. So it's like they're attracted to people. They are drawn to people that don't care about them. Okay? And this also has to do with self-esteem and ego, because they don't feel like they're worthy for the love that the divine feminine is trying to get them. And I don't like to sound violent, but I'm ready to clock them on top of the head because they tripping. Like, you fooling. She's right there in front of you, trying to give you this unconditional love and very powerful, magical, magnetic healing, and you rejecting it all to go through toxic cycles. You letting the toxic cycle repeat itself 360 over and over again. And it's like, just sit down somewhere and think about what you're doing before you're doing. But you don't want to do that. So now I'm reading that the ancestors, divine, has stepped in. And they're like, I don't like how you're treating the divine feminine. And now you're about to receive karma. We're going to hit you 10 times harder than we did before. So it's like, wow. Just you have to, divine masculine, you have to at least sit down and have some type of respect and sit down and just at least acknowledge your divine feminine and just speak to her and tell her, you know, you're not ready. If you're not ready, don't be leading her on, and don't continue to do the toxic behavior as far as hurting her, because you're going to receive it so bad from the divine, because they're watching everything you do. And sometimes, not sometimes, but all the time, they will sit you down. Okay? Like, I literally wasn't listening before, and I was just basically thinking about myself, and I'm like, I knew this individual was toxic, but it's like I kept going back, like it was addiction I couldn't get rid of, and it was all for what I wanted to receive, and about 2 hours and a half of pleasure. But after that 2.5 hours of pleasure, I had almost a 30-day sentence. I almost had a 30-day bid or longer from the ancestors. Like, jail time, sit down. Like, abundance start getting affected. Everything. Okay, the abundance, the vehicle. It was like everything that you can think of was like boom, boom, boom. Tire moment. Come on down. Didn't we tell you to sit down? Okay. While it was lost, just everything started going on. And I'm like, that karmic person called me again. I said, no. And I know the ancestors was like, that's what you get. Didn't we tell you? That's right. We tried to tell you. You ain't want to listen. So this is 5D, higher level consciousness. What's going on? Okay. And you have been called to do an assignment on this planet by the divine. You're the chosen one. You have to act accordingly, or they're going to start pulling these people that you refuse to take out of your life out, divine masculine. They're going to start pulling them out one by one. Every last one of them. And you're going to be sit alone in a dark corner in a room crying and wishing you would have had made better decisions. But that's how it be. Some people have to learn the hard way or the easy way. Either way, you're going to learn from what you're doing. You're going to receive your karma, okay? When that's all you had to do is act accordingly and speak and think from your heart, and stop letting people control you. Because once you're worried about what society think of you, then that is something to do with control. You're letting other people control what goes on in your life, okay? And you're also letting toxic behaviors control you as well, okay? We all have a mission here on this planet, and if you're chosen, step up and do the necessary work you need to do, or you will receive consequences. This is part 1 for the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy, a channeled message. And I know I'll be back with more because it's just so much I had to say, and I don't remember, so I'm gonna have to redo this video. Not redo it, but post this one, look at it, and then come back, because this is what's going on. This is the big thing. People need to do what they need to do and stop playing around, okay? I'm Golden Light, and I'm always here to shed light. I love you all. Peace, love, light, and also darkness.